Vitali is still in the Philippines. He has not been deported, but there's been a lot of rumors regarding his deportation, some bad information. So we're going to clear that up here on The Legal Mindset. Vitali was granted bail, but still is in jail in the Philippines. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. And I've been following the Vitali case from front to back. And this is a very interesting turn in this case.
Brace yourself for this one. Vitali might be walking out of jail, and it's not because he proved anything. It's because the witnesses just vanished. That's right. The key people who were supposed to testify, they backed out. No statements, no case, no prison. Just one file left, and now it looks like even that won't hold. But that's just the beginning. You won't believe what happened next. Most people thought Vitali was done for, rotting in a Philippine cell, forgotten. But no. He's not just getting out, he's getting out rich. Word is, he's already planning his next move, packing his bags, ready to fly out to Russia, or maybe even the United States. He's picking his next playground, and no one's stopping him. The real chaos starts here. And then, total chaos. The Philippines couldn't keep him, couldn't convict him, couldn't even finish the case. Witnesses went quiet, evidence disappeared, the justice system paralyzed. And Vitali? He's walking out with a smirk. It gets worse. Here's where the truth hits hard. This wasn't just luck. Someone made this happen. The question is, who got paid? Who made sure the key witness disappeared? Because this isn't justice. This is power. Raw, unchecked, bought and paid for power. And Vitali knows exactly how to use it. But things were about to explode. Just wait until you hear this part. Even the court's hands are tied. The final witness now claims Vitali did nothing wrong. No statement, no trial, no prison time. That's it. It's over. The country that once prided itself on being tough on crime.
Teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and I've been covering nuisance streamers like Vitali and also like China Somali up in Korea, and hoping to stop their reigns of terror across East Asia and the world. So let's get into it with Vitali. So some minor channels and other places, information filtering to me about Vitali being quote unquote deported. But when I look at those videos, what they were really talking about was not that Vitali was going to be deported now, but that at the end of his criminal sentence, at some point in the future, once he serves his time or gets whatever sentence the judge gives him, which may not come for another year or 2 years or however long. So once that sentence is given to him, then after he serves the time in prison or however else and gets out, yes, then he will have to go somewhere. The Philippines will have to send him somewhere or allow him to send himself somewhere, perhaps to a third country. And that is eventually going to happen, but that might be 1 or 2 or 3 years down the road. So don't fall for the clickbait when people are saying, oh, he's being deported. No. Not anytime soon from all the information we have right now. We have no information as of today to indicate that he would make any changes or there be any changes to the current plan.
Now letting a viral troublemaker walk like nothing ever happened. It spirals from here. But this next twist? Game-changing. Legal experts are now talking. One even dropped a quiet bomb. There were almost jail interviews lined up with Vitali. They were close. But then, everything got shut down. Silence. Delays. No one can say why. No one can say who stopped it. But that moment, that silence, that's where the real cover-up begins. And that's when the tables turned. But this part left everyone stunned. For months, no one knew what was really happening inside that Philippine jail. Rumors said Vitali was crying, starving, wasting away. His lawyer claimed he was weak, over and over. But now, it all looks like a lie. Here's where the mask falls off, and it gets even messier. Vitali fooled everyone. He acted broken. But behind that prison door, he was making moves, buying silence, buying freedom. This wasn't survival. This was strategy. He used the poor me story like a weapon. While we felt sorry, he was paying people off. It spirals from here. Now here's where it gets insane. The witness? Gone. Charges? Gone. And the authorities? Powerless. All of it vanished in thin air. Why? Because Vitali paid his way out. He didn't escape through justice. He escaped through influence. Just wait until you hear this part.
Is Vitali finally getting free, or is he still stuck behind bars? That's the question circling all over social media as videos pop up showing Vitali allegedly walking out of custody. But is he really free? Or are people jumping to conclusions? In early April 2025, Vitali found himself in serious trouble after live streaming a chaotic day in Manila. What started as a prank-filled stream quickly escalated into real legal danger. Vitali was seen harassing security guards, trying to take a tricycle, threatening bystanders, and even mocking the Philippine police. The entire ordeal was broadcast live to his audience. This wasn't just a joke gone too far, he crossed legal lines in a foreign country. Fast forward to mid-June, news broke that Vitali had posted bail on some of the charges. That's where the confusion began. People started uploading videos saying he's finally free, but the truth is more complicated. He's far from free. So no, Vitali isn't free, at least not yet.
It turns darker from here. Everyone said the Philippines was strict, tougher than most countries. But let's be honest, it's not looking that way now. Vitali is getting deported like it's a vacation. Meanwhile, Johnny Somali is still locked up in South Korea. No bribing, no shortcuts. Just consequences. But then everything changed. Here's where it really explodes. Vitali got arrested first. And yet he's the one getting sent home. Not punished, not held, just released. It's not justice, it's theater. And behind the curtain, someone paid the price, and it wasn't Vitali. This level of corruption isn't just shocking, it's dangerous. The drama only gets deeper. Just wait until you hear this part. Another creator just dropped a video, and they didn't hold back. They called this entire situation exactly what it is. A drama. Not a legal battle. Not justice. A twisted, ridiculous performance. Because for months, we were told Vitali was going to rot behind bars for 20, maybe even 29 years. But then everything changed. And then, total chaos. Vitali isn't serving time. He's getting deported. That's it. Not because the Philippines fought for justice, but because neither Russia nor America want him. Both countries turned their backs. That's why he's still there. Not because the system worked, but because no one else wants the responsibility. It gets worse. Here's where the truth hits hard.
Commit a crime, they keep you for like 1/5 or 1/10 of your sentence, and then they're gonna, deport you because it's not worth it for them. It's not worth for the expenses or whatever to keep you during your, for example, 15-year or 10-year sentence, because they have to feed you, give you a place. It's going to take capacity of the prison. So they're going to, we're just going to deport your ass and not spend any money on you. Go back to your country and you're blacklisted and you're never allowed to come.
A recent article just crushed public trust in the Philippines. It confirmed what many feared. Vitali's jail time might end imminently. Why? Because the witnesses, every last one, backed out. There's only one case file left. That's it. One flimsy document standing between him and total freedom. The drama only gets deeper. It goes completely off the rails now. A viral TikTok claimed someone visited Vitali in jail, and what they said is terrifying. According to the clip, Vitali knew all along he wouldn't serve his full 24-year sentence. He was expecting deportation from the beginning. This wasn't a surprise. It was the plan. This next part, straight up wild. But things were about to explode. That same TikTok said Vitali might walk away completely free. Why? Because none of the witnesses showed up to press formal charges. Just one complaint was filed. No trial, no testimony, no consequences. And even with deportation proceedings started, the Philippines can't do anything. Russia and the US still haven't accepted him. That's when everything unraveled. It didn't end there. Vitali's deportation isn't moving forward yet, not because he's being held accountable, but because the final charge is still floating around. Even if that charge disappears, he won't be released until another country steps up and agrees to take him. But this next twist, game-changing. Here's where the mask falls off. Vitali isn't new to chaos. He's been arrested before, in the US, in Brazil, in Egypt. But this? This is the biggest legal mess he's ever faced. Court hearings are still coming. The spotlight's getting hotter. And now, the world is watching how the Philippines handles criminal foreigners. The real chaos starts here.
You want to see what $1.20's worth of meals a day, that's 40 cents a meal 3 times a day, does to a person in 2 months in this most satisfying fuck around and find out updates with Vitali in the Philippines? So if you remember, Vitali is facing 25 years in a prison in the Philippines. And if you remember, the Filipino government is stating that they're not going to deport him until he finishes the sentence there, at which point if he finishes 25 years, he'll be 61 years old when he gets out. And Vitali is staying at the Bicutan detention center, which is not only severely overcrowded, but it is disgusting. And at Bicutan, they only get $1.20's worth of meal a day, which split up into 3 meals equals 40 cents a meal. And this is what Vitali looked like when he went into Bicutan. And this is what he looks like today. And it's obvious that Vitali has lost significant mass in just 2 short months. I mean, he went from this to that. And I'm not advocating for inhumanity, I'm just saying fuck around and find out.
Yo! So if you haven't been paying attention, Vitali's mother was crying because she got scammed by crypto scammers for trying to pay for Vitali's attorney fees. I'm not gonna lie, that don't even sound believable. I don't know what the crypto laws are like in the Philippines, but I've never heard anybody say that they're paying their legal fees with crypto. The fact that you would even put yourself in a position to believe that, I don't feel bad. I'ma keep it a buck. The way that this situation played out, it could have all been avoided. During those streams in the Philippines, Vitali was genuinely doing good work. Like, he was giving people money, and then he ruined it by acting like a nuisance streamer, stealing merchandise, taking the hats off of cops, and then he tried to justify his actions by saying, oh, but I gave out money too. Just because you did something good, that doesn't disqualify the fact that you did something bad. Right after those streams, in a span of like 2 to 3 days, they put him out on the news and they're using him as an example. Creators like Johnny Somali, Vitali, Jack Dorothy, we are witnessing their downfalls in real time. The era of nuisance streaming is over with. Let me know your thoughts.
But that's not all. If you want the truth in just a few words, Vitali's getting deported. Period. And honestly, it's not even shocking anymore, because creators have been warning us for months. In some countries, if you've got money, you don't do time. You buy your way out. It gets worse. Now here's where it gets insane. You commit a crime, you do maybe 1 year out of 10, and then you vanish. That's what's happening with Vitali. He's done it before. He's doing it again. He knows how to bend the system. He's not afraid of jail, because he knows he'll never stay in one for long. And then came the bombshell. This part left everyone stunned. The Philippines is deporting him. But let's be real. Deportation is just a fancy word for freedom. No punishment, no justice, just a plane ticket and a warning. He's not being held accountable. He's being sent home like nothing happened. It turns darker from here. And that's when the tables turned. Think about it. Why should they keep him? They'd have to feed him, house him, use up space in an overcrowded prison. It costs money. So instead, they kick him out, blacklist him, done. But he's still free, still walking, still smirking. They tried to punish him, but ended up rewarding him. But this next twist? Game-changing. Vitali is walking out. That's the truth. The Philippine prison doors are opening, and he's already halfway gone. But the question isn't, will he escape? It's how fast will he vanish, and who helped him do it? It goes completely off the rails now. The real chaos starts here. Every second counts. He could be on a flight in a week, a day, or already gone. And the courts? Silent? The system? Useless. Vitali didn't beat the charges with truth. He beat them with money. He didn't serve justice. He served himself. This part left everyone stunned. Here's where the truth hits hard. This man built his brand on chaos. Now he's turning it into freedom. While others rot behind bars for less, Vitali plays judge, jury, and escape artist, all in one. And the world just watches it happen. It turns darker from here. And that's when everything unraveled. What should have ended in justice is ending in a joke. Vitali didn't just walk free. He proved you can outsmart the system if your wallet's fat enough. He didn't escape punishment. He bought his way out. There's no way back from this, and the world knows it now.